Good evening, everyone. I don't know what time you're going to be watching this, so good evening or good morning. I am the Crimson Eye Turk, or some of you might know me as Ame, and it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much for following me. Alright, so I kind of have to talk with the camera close to my face because my microphone sucks. It sucks. So I figured this would be a good time to get some personal close time to you. Yeah, you like that? Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and answer some questions about me or someone. I really do hope you guys can hear me, and I guess if you can't, then this recording is going in the garbage, so it doesn't even matter. Alrighty, so yes, I have my cosplay contacts in. I'm not taking them out unless they fall out for some reason. I had a valiant struggle with these contacts. I actually spent 20 minutes trying to get them in because I've never put contacts on before. So I was just like sitting there going like, so I'm not, I'm not taking contacts out for a while. So you get to enjoy me having crimson colored eyes the entire Ask video. Anyway, I also kind of have a messed up voice at the moment, so I probably sound extra raspy. Yay. Alright, let's get this show on the road. My first question comes from Mort Electrico. I think that's how I spell your name, right? That's how you say your name. Meet them on video. What are your favorite and least favorite things about playing Vincent? I would have to say my least favorite thing about playing Vincent, he's a popular character, and that doesn't leave a lot of room to the imagination. I feel that a lot of people already have headcanons for him. He already has like a face claim, all that junk, and there's probably like 50 other blogs that play Vincent, and mine's really not all that unique. Other than I was like, well, I could make another Playing Vincent Valentine blog, or I could use my magical wizard powers and try something new. So I went with something new. Also, if you notice I'm looking off in this direction, it's because my laptop thing is busted, so I'm actually having to use a second camera. I'd have to say that I guess it's just I feel kind of like I have an expectation held over my head, and I do not like that at all. I like being able to do whatever I want to do, and if I feel like people are going to be holding something over my head that they made up because of something to do with video games, I do not like that at all. I do not like having to play up someone's expectations. So I guess it's not really even anything to do with Vincent. It has to do with some of the people who want to hold me to a certain standard that I'm not going to live up to. My favorite thing about playing Turk Vincent, he's unique. He's, I'd have to say he's pretty sassy. He's pretty sarcastic, and I don't know why I like that with characters, but I do. Something about characters being snarky is a thing for me. Excuse me, my nose is still running from crying from putting contacts for 20 minutes. Oh lordy, unfortunately I have astigmatism too, which is a little tidbit you didn't know about me, so contacts kind of aren't my friends to an extent. They'll stay in for probably about an hour and then start trying to pop off. So I'm probably gonna have to, when I'm cosplaying, be extra careful and constantly re-wet and re-put in my contacts, which is gonna mean I'm gonna have to be careful about makeup too. Turkalena, question for beneath the my video. What is my favorite color? Well, let's see. 99% of my month pictures, I'm wearing navy blue. That's actually one of my favorite colors, is the color blue. Blue, especially dark blues like navy blue, indigo. Those are my favorite colors to wear. After that, I would have to say my other favorite color would have to be crimson red or maroon red, one of the two. Vermilion, possibly. My natural hair color is red, so I couldn't wear red for a long time because it would clash with my hair. Like, I know Genesis is a redhead and wears red, but he's a video game character. If you are a natural redhead like I am, and you try to wear red, it doesn't look good. It does not look good, and my hair is acting up. Sorry, I think my hair's alive. It's gotten a little too long, and it's just going to do things like, I'm going to probably be playing with it throughout the video. For instance, if I just decide, hey, I'm going to run my hair, guess what's going to happen? Yeah. My hair is alive. Anyway, and now everyone knows how the Mun can go from regular to visual K in less than 5 seconds. I don't have anything in my hair, by the way. Anonymous, who are your favorite Tumblr roleplayers and why? I can't say I have any favorites. I mean, I love RPing with everyone I've RP'd with thus far. I guess my favorite ones to roleplay with, though, because they're going to bring out the most emotions, they're going to bring out the most feelings, bring out creativity. A Fragmented Dream? Not a Fragmented Dream. That's someone else. I don't think I've RP'd with them at all, actually. Oh my god, I'm failing in this video so bad. A Fragmented Love. A Fragmented Love. There is a Fragmented Dream. I don't know who that is. A Fragmented Love. Fragmented Love. She is an excellent Lucrezia RPer, of course. Lucrezia. But she is an excellent Lucrezia, and she's really good at bringing out emotions. She's very talented, very good at writing, so definitely I would totally recommend you roleplay with her if you feel like you want a really elaborate roleplay. I like roleplaying with I can't talk. I like roleplaying with well, Turksang for sure. I do like roleplaying with Turksang. Actually, I think they were the first Turk RP blog I interacted with outside of Bourbon and Mint. So I really do enjoy roleplaying with her too. She's really funny, and I think she was one of the first few people I actually started talking to outside of roleplaying. So props to her. She's the one who kind of got me out of my shell. This is a ninja robbery. I just I love her Yuffie. I really do. Her Yuffie is just gorgeous. She brings out Vincent's irritated side, and I like that a lot. I like people who can make my characters get really angry. What about your best Tumblr experience? Can't say I have one. What RP made you laugh or cry? I'd have to say that the roleplay with A Fragmented Love absolutely made me cry. I had to invoke so much emotion to convey guilt that it actually brought up a lot of stuff that, you know, you can sympathize with in real life, stuff you can deal with in real life, and just that utter feeling of guilt and despair and loneliness that accompanies all that. Just definitely that roleplay made me cry. So I guess that would have to be the first roleplay that's made me cry. My name, country, age, things about your life. Okay, my first name is Catherine. I live in the United States, and I'm now 22, because today, November 11th, was my birthday. And very few people knew that, and I intended for it to be that way. I didn't want people knowing about my birthday. Mostly because I don't know how to handle it, because people would be like, happy birthday, I'd be like, so, I didn't tell anyone about my birthday. I just don't know how to handle it. I can't handle it. Things about my life. You want to know a random fact, or do you want to know what I'm currently doing? I'd have to say I work as a barista at Starbucks. I have drowned a couple of times to where they thought I wasn't going to live. Yeah. I've technically stopped breathing before. I've drowned multiple times. I've had concussions. Can you see it? Really close. Yeah, you see this little line? Yeah. That's from work. I actually got hit in the face with a plexi, and it gave me a nice little scar right here, and oh, get back. Nice little purple line right here. Yeah, that's from work too. So working at Starbucks is dangerous, apparently. It can kill you, because I slit my wrist at work. I'm a workaholic. I'm at work usually 40 hours a week, and I often end up working days I'm not scheduled to work. So, yeah, that sucks. Any role players I would like to write with? Anyone. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your experience is. If you're willing to roleplay with me and you want to do a really interesting plot, come at me. I would like to roleplay with you. I'm not picky. I'm very open to people. And next question, why did you choose Turk Vincent? I started following Sims of Valentine 4 months prior to making Vincent's blog. That was around the time I started even thinking about cosplaying Vincent. So when I went to go make my blog, I was like, I could just make another Vincent blog. Or I could add an interesting little twist. So guess what I did? I added an interesting little twist. I decided to go with Turk Vincent because I honestly didn't know if anyone had done an actual Turk Vincent blog. And I wanted to go ahead and try to be the first to do it. So I was like, why not? So I made Vincent's blog, and I was just like, whatever happens, happens. If people like me, they like me. If I don't get above 20 followers, I don't get above 20 followers. And quite literally, it's for fun. I honestly don't care if people like me, don't like me, whatever. It's just how I roleplay, and if people don't like that, too bad. Another thing I'm sure, and I've seen people comment on, are these. Yeah. See these? Yeah. My ears are gauged. These are gauges. Nice, delicious gauges. See my anime hair. Yeah. I'm gonna cloud this shit up. Oh yeah, I'm beautiful now. God, I need to go get a haircut. I'm starting to feel like Zach, almost. Silver Europa Turquoise. Favorite item, if you own, if possible, show us. Okay. Alright, favorite item. My guitar. It's not tuned right now, so can't play you any songs. I'm sorry about that. This would have to be one of my favorite items I own, obviously, because it's my first guitar. It's the guitar I used when I used to be in a metal band. So maybe once I get my guitar tuned up and all that jazz, I might start doing some guitar stuff. I would love to learn how to play The Nightmare Begins in a rock and roll version, and among other things, why not? So this is my favorite item. If I actually move my computer over, you can see my keyboard, my skateboard, and yes, I'm into skateboarding. I also just recently taught myself how to ride a bicycle, and I used to rollerblades as a kid. I'm actually trying to get better at skateboarding. I keep falling and ending up on the ground, eating pavement, and it sucks. Yes, Diego. This is my guitar, Diego. And I've had it since high school. Stay Diego. Okay. Everything to drink. It's empty now because I drank it all. This is my birthday treat. Aloe. I love aloe drinks. These are delicious. I get them from the Asian store down the street. It's actually a Korean drink, but for some reason it says aro. Well, it technically says aroe, but it'd just be pronounced aro because it's a foreign word, so it would try to pronounce it as close to the actual word as it goes. This is aloe vera. It tastes kind of like green jelly. It is amazing. It is my favorite drink. It is my happy drink. If I'm in a bad mood, I drink one of these. It's a lot better than soda. Do I own any pets? I do, actually. I own a bunny, which you can see part of his cage right here. And I own a dog who is not in the room because all you would hear is grunting, and it is awful. And I call her my little Cerberus because she is my little Cerberus, aka she's the bane of my existence, which I can get to that story. It's a painful memory. Give me a second. Okay. When I was a little kid and I was playing video games, I could not get past Cerberus in Kingdom Hearts. I could not, for the life of me, get past that boss. I hated that boss. So I started playing Devil May Cry 3. What boss do I get stuck at? Cerberus. I hated Cerberus for like 2 years. I was like, Jake, I hate you stupid thing. And then I finally beat both the games. I was like, yeah. And start playing Dirge of Cerberus. I'm like, why? Why? I hated Cerberus for a while there. It was pretty funny. Ninja, Princess of Thieves. Hi there. Meet the Mind. What was your first video game, if you still remember, and which one was the first you had a real interest in fandom speaking? Well, let's see. My first video game was Pokemon Snap. Ah, yeah, I was an awesome gamer. No, not really. My first video game was Pokemon Snap. I was probably about 6 or 5, something like that. I was in elementary school, and the Nintendo 64 was my first system. I guess Pokemon was my first fandom, even though I didn't even know what a fandom was at the time. I'd say the first game I really got into for a fandom though was Final Fantasy VII. Oh, goodness. Where do I begin on that story? This is gonna be a long video. I am so sorry. I was 9 or 8. I was like 9 or 10. And my best friend called me. And she was like, Catherine. And I'm like, what? She's like, I found a game where the main character looks like Gohan from Dragon Ball Z in Super Saiyan form. And I was like, holy shit. I'll be on my way. And I went to her house, and we are freaking out over Cloud, because he looks like Team Gohan from the Cell Saga games in Super Saiyan form. And this is gonna lead to an even funnier statement. So we're playing it, and we're having a ball. We had never played any of the Final Fantasy games. We thought it was hilarious. We get to Nibelheim Mansion. I did not know about Vincent. This is before the days of the internet. And give me a second, I think I'll have to come in my room. No, okay. We get to Nibelheim Mansion. And I had no idea Vincent was in there. Like I said, we were playing this game blind. We had no internet, nothing to look up anything. No game guides, nothing. We spent quite literally an hour in that stupid mansion trying to figure out what the hell the code for the combo lock was. Because I was like, no, we can't leave. We're going to get an ultimate weapon early. And my friend's like, no, we're not. It's just the first disc. I'm like, no, we're going to get an ultimate weapon. Just keep going. So we spend like, she finally gets frustrated, gives it to me. So I spend an hour in that freaking mansion trying to get this ultimate weapon. And we open the safe and the boss attacks us, and I'm already weak. So I die. But I wrote everything down. So restarted. Just automatically did it. Killed the boss. And did whatever I needed to do to unlock Vincent. And I'm freaking. I'm like, oh my god. The boss. We're gonna get the ultimate weapon. We're gonna get the ultimate weapon. I don't know why. My 12-year-old, 9-year-old, I don't remember how old I was. I don't know why my voice was like that, but it was in my head. So we finally unlock Vincent. And he starts his monologue. And I'm literally just holding the controller like, what the fuck? No, what's going on? I want an ultimate weapon. I want something cool. And I was so vexed when we got Vincent. I was like, I hate this character. I hate him. I'm not gonna ever use him. I'm not gonna ever use Vincent. Forget this character. And my friend's like, well, you're not gonna use him, but I will. So she starts using Vincent, and I'm watching her. And I'm just like, Okay, he's not that bad. Then we hit his limit break, and we were like, holy shit. He's like Batman, but can turn into the Hulk. I'm so sorry, we were stupid little kids. And that's exactly how I found Vincent. So that's my story about Vincent. I actually did not like him at first, mostly because I was just really angry. So it's pretty ironic that now Vincent is probably one of my favorite characters. Anon, can you tell us about the role players or threads you have going on right now and what you really, really like? I really, really like the thread I have going on with Turk Sang. I really, really like the thread I have going on with A Fragmented Love. I really like the thread I have going on with RP Sephiroth. And that's about it. I mean, I love everyone's threads, don't get me wrong, but there are like threads and people reply and I'm just like, must reply if I can at the time. If it's a really long thread, it might take me a couple of days or a week to respond because I have to sit down and literally go like, I'm gonna reread this like 7 times before I respond. And it's true, I will reread your post probably about 7 or 8 times before I finally figure out what I need to say. So, any openers I'd like to start thread with. A grimoire. I would love to do an RP between Vincent when he first becomes a Turk and his father. It would probably be an angsty RP though. Let's see, who else? I would love to do a roleplay with a Hojo. Mostly because I had this nice little headcanon that Vincent does not like Hojo at all anyway, prior to everything that happens in Nibelheim, because he does not agree with human experimentation. So I would love to do a roleplay about that. I think that would be pretty funny. Kind of like almost a rivalry, but not quite a rivalry, because Vincent still has to protect Hojo. Hojo could just be a little shit, and then Vincent can be a little shit, and they could be little shits against each other, and it would just be funny, in my opinion. Let's see. If anyone is questioning at this point about contacts, you know, when I first put them in, I could not see shit, and now it's like as if they're not even there. I even stopped seeing the little red line I was seeing because, like I said, I have astigmatism, so these contacts aren't quite on just right. So they're kind of herpy-derpy. So in this eye especially, I can see like a little line of red, but it's not that bad. So if you're thinking about getting colored contacts, I will happily send you a link to the company I bought these from. Do not use USPS because I had to order 2 sets of these. I'm very mad. They actually lost one of my sets. So USPS, do not order with. Go FedEx. I actually got these a week after I ordered them again. So, and they arrived on my birthday. So lucky me. Let's see. What makes your take on Vincent unique? I guess it's because he's not angst-ridden. That makes him a little unique. He's very snarky. He has vanity issues. Excuse me, my nose is still running. Oh God. He's very snarky. He's very. He can be immature. He's 27 in the prime of his life, doing whatever he wants to do. So I think that honestly that might be a different take on Vincent than what most people are accustomed to, which is him just being like, ugh, Lucrezia, or yeah, his usual monologue of, I have to repent for my sins. Actually, for me to do Vincent's voice, it's not that hard, other than I feel like I'm having to do like my screamo voice, but I'm whispering at the same time, which is really weird. So instead of going like, oh, I'm like, let me think of a clue. I could just probably read one of these questions. Use the one. What was your first video game, if you still remember? Which one was the first one you had a real interest in? And speaking. I feel like I just have to get really low and really deep, and that's kind of weird. I guess it helps that I already have a raspy voice. But for me to go from where my voice is to down to here in a really short amount of time, so that way I can read things out, and hopefully you guys can hear me. It's definitely strange. That's to say the least. It doesn't help that I have a bad mic too, so my nice little microphone does not pick up sound hardly. So hopefully you guys can hear what I'm saying. I already talked about how I discovered Final Fantasy VII, and actually my first favorite character was Reno. I loved Reno. I was like, oh, can I play as one of the Turks? I want to play as a Turk. Again, I don't know why I'm giving my childhood self that voice. It's like as bad as when I tried to do Bojo? Bojo. God. Oh god, y'all just saw like my weird side just laugh. When I try to do Hojo's voice, I make him talk like this, and it's awful. That was my canon voice. My friend and I would sit around playing Final Fantasy VII doing voice acting, and of course I always got stuck as Vincent, because she was like, your voice is deeper. I'm like, you're still playing Cloud, and so I was like, talking for Vincent and Hojo, so we were doing that fight scene, and I couldn't think of a good voice for Hojo. And then we get to that fight, and I'm just like, hello, I am Hojo. I'm going to destroy the world because I am an angry scientist. I also have the same voice for Professor Oak. And, oh god, it was awful. It was awful. That is awful. That is an awful sound I just made out of my voice. So, I apologize to anyone's ears. I just destroyed. It doesn't help. I kind of have a sore throat still, so my voice sounds really odd. At the moment, it's really raspy and squeaky, and I sound like an action man. I should just grow a beard. Yeah, that'd be sexy as hell. I liked Reno. Reno was one of my favorite characters when I first started playing Final Fantasy VII. And then I liked Sang, and then I liked Vincent. So I was like, there's a trend. What are your ships and OTPs? I don't have one. You're asking like the most boring person in the world. As far as I'm concerned, roleplay, whatever happens, happens. I guess if I did have to choose a ship, I did like, I'd be more willing to read. It would have to be Yuffie and Time. And even then, it's usually more like a platonic thing, because I just can't see Yuffie and Vincent getting it on. That's just weird. That's weird. What part of Vincent would you want to press a kiss on if he existed? For real. Nowhere. I don't kiss people or hug them, touch them. If I do hug you, I'm like, so, no, I don't think I would give Vincent a kiss if I absolutely had to, because someone was holding a gun to my head. It'd probably be his cheek, or his forehead bandana thing. Yeah, I think that's a good one. I'm not gonna just be like, open wide. So, Oh god. This is why I said I am the Dirt Queen. I am the Dirt Queen. I am the knight. I am Batman. Anyway, my ADHD is kicking in. I'm so sorry. Yeah, still think I act like Vincent? No, you're wrong. Let's see. You better wear a suit in this video. No. Okay. Well, anyway, that's all the questions I could get. I don't know how long this video is. Yeah. So. How y'all doing? You want to roleplay with me sometime? Just send me a message and be like, hey, I saw your Meet the Mind video and I want to roleplay with you and you sound like Solid Snake and that's really cool. And I'll be like, yeah, that's really cool. And we can be really, really cool together and roleplay. And I swear to God, if you call me a Vincent clone, I will punch you in the face. No, not really. I might give you a mean monkey and just be like, anyway, hopefully this video came out pretty decent and I don't look like a bore talking in a manly voice the entire time. Let's see, what else can we do? Oh, I suppose I can just continue to try to do voice character imitations as far as our voices are concerned. Though I don't know how accurate my voice is going to be at the moment. Anyway, I have a mad scientist laugh. That's another little tidbit y'all get to see in this video. We get made fun of all the time for it at work. I'll be like talking and someone will be like, hey cat, grr. I'm like, wah! And they're like, I love your maniacal laughter. I'm like, you're not supposed to see that. It's supposed to be a secret. I'm just supposed to chuckle. Not supposed to laugh like that. So, I have a nice little mad scientist laugh. And it's off. Anyway, now then I would like to share you a secret. You want to know how to go from playing the anime in like 5 seconds? Just do this, and your hair just sticks up, and you just turn into a freaking Goku Super Saiyan God. Yeah. I am Super Saiyan. Anyway. Thank you all for watching, and I really do appreciate all the follows, and I really hope I didn't creep y'all out with this video. And I hope I was entertaining, and I might do a giveaway, because I do pixel arts, and that's an interesting little thing I like to do. You want to see a little piece I made? I handmade this one, and I made it myself. I make pixel art, and it's a Moogle. I'm actually thinking about doing a Vincent one. And if it comes out good, maybe if I hit 300 followers, I might do a giveaway where I make people little pixel art pieces like this. You know, if they want them. If not, whatever. I'm just offering you free things. Anyway, alright. Well, I guess that means I'm going to go ahead and head off. Thank you very much for following me, and it was a pleasure to make this video, and I really hope y'all can hear me. Alright. See ya.